Here we see the shallow loop serpentine at Canter with a horse that knows how to do lead changes. The rider is a bit unclear between her left and right leg. She has both legs on at the same time. Here we see the horse make a lead change from right to left, and the rider changes him back from left to right. Now, this horse knows lead changes, so if the rider is not extra clear with her legs, he's going to make that mistake. Here the rider's thinking about keeping her left leg on and her right leg further forward and at the girth. We saw there the horse thought about making a change and lost the rhythm, but he didn't make the change, which was good. So again, we come to the shallow loop, and the rider must think a little bit harder about keeping her right leg forward and sitting more to the right. And we see this is a little bit of a struggle. The rider's grabbing with the right leg, and again the horse makes a lead change. The rider changes back, which is a good thing to do. Change back right away to your correct lead. And let the pattern fix the problem. Don't feel like you have to do something different to fix this problem. Go ahead and just do this simple pattern of the shallow loop. And if your horse is having a bit of trouble, or maybe they're making a lead change like in this horse's case, just keep thinking about, as a rider, what can I do to improve my position? So let's go over it again. The outside leg needs to stay back, telling the horse what lead to stay on, in this case the right lead. The right leg stays down and forward. The left leg says, stay on the right lead, stay on the right lead, and there the horse did it very well. The rider should be sitting towards the flexion. In this case, it's to the right. So we come again on the right lead. We want to have flexion to the right. Both reins should control the shoulders in direction right. The rider must keep the rhythm by both their half halts and their seat and back, keeping the rhythm 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, thinking about the beats of the canter. And always in your canter, work on keeping the inside leg down and well at the girth. Here we see it on the left lead. Now the rider must think right leg back or outside leg back, inside leg at the girth and forward. This is a bit easier for both the horse and rider this direction. There's always going to be one way that's a little bit harder for the rider and the horse. And so we want to work equally both directions. So outside leg back, left leg at the girth and forward. And that was very good. And we're keeping flexion to the left. This is a very nice pattern to teach your horse how to do counter canter. It's a little bit of counter canter when you come to the marker X. So you're coming from the corner marker to X, and as you approach X, you're really in counter canter position. And you're making a turn and then coming back onto the true lead. So this is the start of counter canter, but it's also a very good exercise for a horse that knows how to do lead changes, to make sure as a rider you're being clear with your legs. Left leg down, the rider must think towards the flexion left, towards the flexion left. There she sat a little too far to the right, could be sitting a little more to the left. That's a common mistake. And very good and obedient though in that shallow loop.